about 3 weeks away from Fandom Fest. It's been about a year since I've done a market. I already had to turn in the prizes, so unfortunately, I do not have them in person to show you. I did take pictures. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kay and I'm the owner and creator behind Hat Miss Homemade. If you're interested in crochet content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. Today is Thursday, November 20th. For those of you that were already subscribed and waiting for new videos, I apologize. Life got the better of me. I was starting to get burnt out and I took a little break. So, however, I did not stop crocheting. So, I have lots to show you today. So, let's get started. As you can see, I still have my crates behind me from when I did my Palm Street. I've only done one. That was back in September. I don't know. I'm still, I don't know. I feel weird going live. I don't normally do lives. And I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know where to start. You should see that my desk in front of me, it's like a mound of stuff. But I will start with my usual axolotl that I always make. These are the medium axolotls by All from Jade. They're pretty decent size. I usually sell these for about 20, and man, do they fly off the shelves. So I have the pink one, and I have a green one done. I did find another cute little axolotl pattern that I'm going to try out and see how it sells. Something that's a little quicker and easier. These cute little, I don't know. When I was making them, like it looks like a little blob, but once you get like the tail and the details, it looks like a little axolotl. It's so cute. There's my axolotl that I have so far, which I need to get a move on. I think I'm gonna make a bunch more of these, maybe a few more of these, um, because that was the first thing that flew off the shelf at Fandom Fest last year. I am about 3 weeks away from Fandom Fest, so it's crunch time. I think next week I'm going to finish probably a bunch more axolotl. Um, because I think everything else is probably pretty decent. And the week after that, I'm going to be finishing my embroidering. If there's anything in my whip basket that can be done quickly, I will finish that in time for the market. The week of the market, I'm going to be showing y'all a mock setup and spending the rest of that week probably making sure all my signs are good, making sure everything is good to go, and yeah. Because it's been the last market I did was Fandom Fest last year. So it's been about a year since I've done a market. Things are dusty, things are yeah, I gotta make sure everything is good and ready to go. So I will take y'all along with me on that journey and I will take y'all to the market with me. Don't you worry. Last year was kind of like an experiment with vendors at Fandom Fest. And let me tell you, I had like $1,000 worth of inventory. Maybe not even quite, like more like $900 of inventory. And I sold like 700 some plus 2 custom orders. So yeah, I wanted to be fully prepared. I didn't want to do, once I got accepted for Fandom Fest, I think back in like September, October, um, I didn't want to do any markets before because I wanted to make sure that I had the inventory. I think the last time I checked, I am just over $3,000 worth of inventory. So we'll see how this year goes. I did decide to charge a $40 booth fee this year. If you didn't want to pay the booth fee, then you could make or donate something for the prize bags because they do costume contests. There are four different levels for the costume contest. I already had to turn in the prizes, so unfortunately, I do not have them in person to show you. However, I did take pictures. So this is for the pre-K, and then child, and then teen, and last but not least, the adult prize. So I'm excited for people to see them. I do know I was not able to. The lady wanted them to be mailed, and I really did not want to mail them in, especially the library is not that far from us. However, my blonde self, yes, I know this doesn't look very blonde, but I am a blonde. But my blonde self didn't realize that the library administration building was separate from the library. She told me she would meet me in the lobby. I assumed the library lobby. No. So after all that misunderstanding, I ended up leaving the prizes with the people in the lobby. I guess there's a bin that goes to the administration building every so often. It was probably about 2 days later, I got an email from the lady, and she was talking about how talented I was and that the prizes were so amazing and they were fangirling over there. So I'm excited for the costume contest winners to get their prizes because I feel like having a physical plushie is something different, something special than just paying a $40 booth fee. So, anyway, I'm rambling. Let's move on. So, you've seen my axolotl. Hopefully, there will be more of those. All right, let's see. What else do we have? I also have this little caterpillar. This is also from All From Jade. Um, if you saw in the pre-K picture for Fandom Fest, um, it's a bigger version of this. I started with the mini version and I felt like the mini version was just too small compared to everything else I made for everybody else. So I'm just gonna sell this one at my market. But it's very hungry caterpillar vibes. So and then I have my turtles. I've been doing some embroidering, trying to keep up, trying to empty that basket. All of the other turtles with safety eyes are already packed up in the bag and ready to go. Although I'm doing a mock setup, so I'm going to be unpacking everything anyway. So, but these are the ones that I embroidered. I love the embroidered eyes on this. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm torn. I love the black safety eyes, I love the colored safety eyes, and I love the embroidery. So I kind of try to make do a mix. So there's those turtles. And then I have some other special turtles. I don't know. I've been wanting to, I try to stay away from characters like movie cartoon characters, whatever, but it's very hard sometimes. um but I wanted to try out Ninja Turtles, the Ninja Turtle pattern. I absolutely love the Ninja Turtle pattern. It works up pretty quickly, but of course I had to do all the colors. You have, let me see if I can remember all their names. I can't remember who the blue one was. I know this is Raphael. Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo. Or, Mikey, Donnie, Leo, and Raph. But, having an 8-year-old son who's into this kind of stuff, he's been trying to steal them. I'm like, dude, I need to make money off of them. My hope was, I don't know that I'm going to have time to order and finish a project before Christmas, because I'm going to need to order yarn for my idea. I fell in love with Parfait Plush. I am a parfait chunky fanatic. Like everything I do is in parfait chunky because I'm obsessed with it. But I've fallen in love with parfait plush. So my son has been begging me for one of these Ninja Turtles, and I want to make one in parfait plush, make it bigger for him. So I don't know if that's gonna happen for Christmas. If not, I guess I'll just do it for his birthday because I feel like it's a little different when it's a special occasion versus just getting one whenever. But anyway, so those are my Ninja Turtles. My Ninja Turtles. Speaking of parfait plush, um, I think I tried showing these once before, but I realized when I was recording that my microphone was going out. So it's like you could hear me, not hear me, hear me, not hear me. So that's why I got a new microphone. But anyway, I will show you these adorable little things again. I started making this sitting bee pattern. I love them. They're super easy to make. And I don't know. I think it's cuter than the pill looking bee. But anyway, so there's that. And then I decided when I got my parfait plush, I went, oh, I have colors for a bee. Let me make a sitting bee in parfait plush. So these are the size difference. I think it's a pretty decent size difference. That's what I was saying. I fell in love with parfait plush because it's not as rough on your hands as like burnout blanket. Burnout blanket kills my hands. It's a lot softer, obviously. And I like, that the size is bigger. You can definitely I don't know why this is, but like people feel like if it's tiny, it should be cheap. Just because it's tiny didn't mean doesn't mean that, the color changes didn't take me time. Doesn't mean like sewing things on didn't take me time. Just because it's smaller doesn't mean that it isn't any less intricate. It doesn't mean that it takes any less time. But I feel like when people see bigger things like this, even though this took me the same amount of time and probably the same amount of yarn, like it's super easy, I could probably sell this one for more just because it's bigger. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I want to start having more of and having a variety of is things in parfait plush too. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna show you some of my mini things for now. I'm pretty sure I showed you, maybe not. These cute little bobble bees. I love these things. These go into my for 8 to for 15. I absolutely love these things. These are by Jen's Crafty Creations. I think she also has it with the cheeks. And then I also did some embroidered eyes, to give options for those little kids. I have like 10 of those. And then I also fell in love with Red Mills Crochet flower baby pattern. I am obsessed with these things. They're so cute. And of course, I made all different colors. And this one. And I tried to like the darker ones. I made this center brown. For the lighter ones, like the pink, I made this center yellow. Just all different colors. This is one of those fun patterns that you can just make in a million different colors. This one is kind of special. Why I made it purple in the middle, I don't know. We'll see how they sell. And then this one with pink in the middle. So those are for my baskets. And the one thing that I have not been focusing on, for some reason, I'm not been into doing like little mini things, which I should probably make more of for my deal bin. I have a few more things for this video and then I will move on. This was another one. I love the mix and match puppy pattern by Wonder Crochet. And something came over me and decided that I was going to make Clifford the Big Red Dog. Do I think it looks like Clifford? Not really. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do to make him look different. Um, I don't know. But I think it's cute. People will know. People will get it. Cute, big, long tail. So, yeah, there's that one. And then I'm also obsessed with, I believe it's Jen's Crafty Creations. She also did the little bobblebee. I don't know if I said that. But she also has this Emma the Elephant pattern. Now, I've done one where they're gray in the ears and on the feet, and then the rest of it purple. I wanted to do like a more, if a boy wanted an elephant, I don't think he'd want a purple elephant. So I would did a gray one with some blue. Now in the pattern, I will say this much: in the pattern, the bottom of the feet are not a different color. But I saw, I think her name is Haley with Crochet Corner, if I'm not mistaken. I've been bad at watching y'all's YouTube videos. I need to do better at that. But she did, I think it was a purple elephant with like the floral yarn for the bottom of the feet and in the ears. So I fell in love with the bottom of the feet being a different color. So now that's how I do it. But I love these elephants. They're so stinking cute. And then I was on a little snuggler kick for a while. I'm pretty sure y'all, since she is tagged and ready to go, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen this one. Um, I used Bernat blanket for the white, and then this is Parfait Chunky in mustard, I believe, for the feet and the beak, and Parfait Chunky in hibiscus for the headband. Um, I don't know what I was thinking when I made it. I put safety eyes on it. So when I made a couple more, I did embroidered, but I also used, I wanted to see how small they would be, what the size difference would be if I used Parfait Chunky instead of like Bernat Blanket or something. Um, so this is your Bernat Blanket size. This is the Parfait Chunky size. So not much of a size difference. A little bit, um, but not so small to where they're too small. Um, I did this in cream, Parfait Chunky cream, mustard, and I think this is very berry. And then I embroidered little sleepy eyes. And then I did another one. This time, oh my goodness, the eyes are killer. I love them. I did another Parfait Chunky one. Um, I absolutely love how the eyes turned out on this thing. Um, and of course, same colors for this. And I don't remember, teal maybe. I don't remember what color I used for the headband. But I fell in love with these little things. They're so cute. And then my other smugglers. This one, I absolutely love this one. And again, I was trying so hard. I've been trying so hard to stay away from characters, book characters, movie characters. I did it for the prizes because Fandom Fest is all about characters in books and cartoons and anime and anything you can think of. So I did it for those prizes, but I try not to for other reasons sell characters, but sometimes it's just so hard to stay away because I found this snuggler pattern. Granted, the overall color is not the correct color because I did not have the correct color for the overalls. However, I think he still turned out super cute. This cute little mouse snuggler. This is the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And he's got little blue overalls for those of y'all that know. But I still think he turned out super cute with these yellow overalls. And then of course embroidered eyes. I try to do embroidered eyes for all my snugglers. And then I was on a giraffe kick one day and I decided I was going to do this giraffe snuggler. And I think he turned out super cute. This is one of the new colors. Cocoa? Yeah, I think I used it all. Anyway, I think it's the color cocoa. One of the new Parfait Chunky colors. With mustard. And I think the colors turned out so beautiful. Um, the only thing I don't like about this pattern is the head is super heavy. Like with this one, the head is not super heavy. It doesn't flop over like that. Again, not a huge problem because if you're it's more for going to sleep, snuggling. It is whatever. So, but I think he turned out super cute. Those are my snugglers. And then last but not least, um, this cute little football. I had someone present an idea to me while I was doing my Palm Street Live. She asked me at one point if I had any Alabama themed anything, and I told her no. Um, and she said what I should do for an idea is make a football and put the logo for like football teams on the football, on the side of the football, and make it like a car hanger like that. Um, I don't know. Yes, I think they would be cute. Yes, I think they would sell, but I definitely am not going to be able to embroider football logos. That's for sure. And then doing it on the Cricut, I don't know. I don't. First of all, I don't know how to use my Cricut that well. Second of all, maybe if it was just a car hanger, I don't know. But that definitely would take some time and some talent. So I'm still brainstorming whether I want to do that. That is all for this video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. If you like today's video, make sure you hit that button that looks like this. And if you are working on something while you are watching today's video, comment down below. Let us know what you are working on. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.